So Kaspa trading at 30 to 50 cents, anything between 3 to 6 months. Well, I'm not going to lie, guys, these are not definitely great gains. Okay, so we are going to look obviously at this chart and a couple of different charts to actually determine what is going on with Kaspa. Guys, so this dude, Mr. Alex Clay, has uploaded this, right? Kaspa has an absolutely bullish structure, 371 days of accumulation and upside retracement of the strong support confluence, blah blah blah, right? So he has shared some targets, right? The first target is 28 cents, the second target is 39 cents, and the third target is 51 cents roughly. So people are asking basically in the comments, right, what is the time frame for this breakout? And he's basically saying 3 to 6 months. So guys, I'm going to say it again, diversification is key, I believe, right? So you can rotate these gains into Kaspa, because obviously Kaspa is a slow mover. However, of course, nothing is set in stone, right? Mr. Alex is not a wizard, but obviously that's something that I'm throwing out there, something that I have found. Guys, also another thing is that you have to remember of what happened to XRP, for instance, right? XRP was suppressed for such a long time, and now the goat dildo candle came to the market, right? So I'm just throwing it out there. And now this account, Investing Haven, is basically posting this: Kaspa is forecasted to hit 66 to 88 cents by 2026 with a long-term target of $1.44 by 2030. Well, that would be a bit of a bummer, right? Because we are all expecting these huge gains for Kaspa. But of course, guys, this is just based on, power law chart, I would imagine. And probably the fact that we are in a crazy bull run, we are just starting this altcoin season, is not priced in, just like, tier 1 exchange listings that obviously might gonna, push Kaspa like crazy towards the upside, right? And I know how it feels, guys, because everything is basically pumping, but Kaspa isn't, okay? So again, I'm not going to repeat that diversification is key, but you get the point probably by this time. I'm saying that obviously for people that are coming new to crypto, right? Please don't invest into one coin only, because for instance on a monthly, Ondo printed so many gains. HBAR, obviously that's so-called Dino coin, right? And IOTA, I'm not going to obviously name all of these. Guys, let's have a look at the chart for Kaspa short term, and then we are going to look at the liquidity. For hourly, reached this level of 16 cents as I was mentioning yesterday. Actually, I should be probably trading with leverage, but anyways, for hourly is showing us something like this. Could we see another little bit of a pullback and retest to this zone of 15 cents 7? Well, definitely possible, okay? Of course, we are going to look at the liquidity, and actually we'll try to determine this, right? Now, another thing is, guys, I will start using the moon phase indicator. I saw another YouTuber, Mr. Connor, I believe, great YouTuber by the way, is using this, and so far this thing is actually working. I know that it sounds very ridiculous, okay, but well, we cannot argue that it's working so far, right? So at the moment, I believe that this is a bear moon for Kaspa. So the gray ones are the bull moons and the blue ones are bear moons, right? Every single time we had this blue dot, we saw a downtrend for Kaspa. So the question is now, could we see the downtrend for Kaspa? Well, let's have a look at the liquidity, ladies and gents. So Kaspa on BitGet, well, let's actually change it to Binance. They got the biggest liquidity. So everybody is longing Kaspa at the moment. And now let's have a look at all of the exchanges. So we've got $6.6 million versus 3 million, okay? Assets such as Kaspa, which is currently sitting at, well, actually a little bit above 4 billion USD, is definitely much easier to, manipulate the price. And well, I do believe that, people that have lots amounts of money can manipulate these smaller projects, right? Now guys, let's come back to the chart, actually liquidity. Let's have a look at the heat map, all right? Because on the heat map is definitely much easier to actually, see of where the price could push towards to, okay? So 12 hours, this is very short time frame, we see that Kaspa could push towards 16 cents 6, which is going to be a couple of percent from where we are at the moment, and dip as low as 15 cents 8 and let's say 15 cents 6, right? Let's actually go to 24 hourly heat map. Let's see what's going on 24 hourly. That's going to be zoomed in, all right? So 15 cents 6, even wick down to 15 cents 4, I wouldn't be surprised. So let's actually have a look. Let's firstly have a look at the upper target of 16 cents 6 on Kaspa's chart. 16 cents 6. Okay, that was a little bit too far. So 16 cents 6 is going to be 2%. Okay, so that's going to be the first target, and probably this candle even on a daily is going to close at that point to grab this liquidity. And now let's have a look at the lowest target. So let's say 15 cents 6. Where is this going to take Kaspa? 15 cents 6, that's going to be around 4%. So here's the thing, guys, such predictable moves for Kaspa could potentially turn Kaspa into trading coin. Okay, and if you actually want to trade Kaspa, make sure that you check out Pionex that I have partnered with recently. They seem to be a really reliable exchange, especially given the fact that you don't have to deal with stupid KYC. You don't have to provide any passport, any ID. They don't want your personal details. And also another thing is that you can claim up to 5.5K of USDT worth of newbie benefits. Right, so definitely check it out, at least register, and have arsenal of exchanges ready for this cycle. You can find the link in the pinned comments down below. Now guys, let's zoom this thing out to weekly time frame. Right, so looking at the bear moons and bull moons, actually moon phases, we can see that these blue ones, right, are basically pushing Kaspa's price or any other assets in fact towards the downside, and the gray ones are basically pushing this. And I know it sounds really ridiculous, but guys, even this blue one is currently coinciding with RSI being an overheated level, right? So now guys, let's have a look at a couple of different things. All right, we are going to come back to different charts on TradingView, but I would like to point out this thing, something that Mr. Benjamin has actually uploaded, and this is regarding the views. All right, so the views to various Bitcoin and crypto YouTube channels, right? We can see that in previous cycles, these waves, obviously, every single color is representing, the channel. Unfortunately, mine isn't here yet, at least, and we can clearly see what's going on, right? So when we had these huge waves, that was basically the top of the cycle. This is where we are at the moment, averaging at around 2 million. Okay, so that's basically similar as this leg that was in here. Okay, and also I believe that it could be even bigger than this one, this cycle, due to the fact that more people are basically flowing into crypto and adoption is actually expanding throughout the years and throughout the cycles. So now guys, coming back to quick good news for Kaspa, we are sitting at over 4 billion USD in terms of market cap. This is definitely bullish thing. And now looking at altcoin season, so now the question is, could we see a little bit of a pullback? Well, I think that this is not out of the question. Okay, I'm not sure of how big the pullback is going to be, but of course at some point it's going to have to happen, right? Because first of all, this is monthly. Okay, well, I'm going to switch it to the yearly very soon, but looking at monthly 92, yes, we are officially in altcoin season, guys. So congratulations to these that were basically in crypto for a long time, and now you are banking your profits. So guys, we see that on monthly, right, every single time we are hitting this level of, let's say, 92 to 100, like in history, we are dipping towards the downside. Okay, so let's actually go back to 2021, right? So 2021, which was obviously the previous cycle, is not an exception to that, right? Because we have pulled back significantly on a monthly, and then we came back, right? We're basically going month by month. And now when I'm going to zoom it to yearly, that's kind of making more sense, at least to me, right? Of course, we can have this very parabolic huge run, and obviously it's not going to reflect on this chart because it's yearly, right? So that's probably going to go vertical towards the upside, for the next couple of months, but we can have these little hiccups. All right, so this is something that you have to be prepared for, I guess. Now, looking at ETFs, guys, we've got bullishness. We've got over 500 million, to be exact, 676 million USD as of yesterday, 3rd of December. That's very bullish. And now guys, looking at other charts, which is definitely USDT dominance, everywhere we are seeing these bear moons, and here we are seeing bull moon, right? Which means that if this thing is going to go up, well, probably in this case we are going to see the pullback, right? Because people are going to be exchanging their crypto, their altcoins, whatever, for USDT, which means that USDT dominance is going to go towards the upside, right? Considering the fact that RSI is in here and we are basically dipping below this very important support that leads us back to 2017 or even earlier, we can technically consider this as probably the last level of support before we are going to see proper parabolic run. So could we see something like this, like shaky, right, of these leverages, because we got lots of leverages in the market, everybody's longing like crazy at the moment, and then probably the proper alt season. So by the way, this is where I'm going to take most of my profits when we are going to sit at 2.6% for USDT dominance. Now guys, let's actually zoom it into the daily time frame. Let me get out of this ugly line. and we can see that we have dipped below this support. So the question is, are we going to get supported by this level in here at 3.81? Because we've got a couple of confirmations actually that potentially suggest that we might bounce from this zone temporarily, obviously. Now guys, looking at BTC's dominance, we see what's going on, bullishness in here. So now if we are going to, well, go towards the upside based on this chart that I've just showed to you for USDT dominance, we could technically argue that BTC's dominance also could get supported in here, and we could see a little bit of a pullback for altcoins and then proper dump, right? And why this level is very important. Well, let me actually zoom this chart out to actually represent further. Let me get out of these damn moon phases, and now guys, you can clearly see, right, that this is the overall downtrend for Bitcoin's dominance, which obviously can serve as a support or resistance, right, depending on where the actual candle is, right? So in this case, it potentially can serve as a support. I believe that this is a level to watch, considering the fact that RSI is basically at the bottom, and everything kind of aligns to me that we could see a pullback. Okay, of course I'm not sure that we will, okay, because nobody really knows, but taking your profits is definitely a good thing. Nobody ever get wrecked by taking profits. Now guys, looking at others dominance, another thing, we've got RSI sitting in here, okay, and also this is kind of a very important level, I believe, of previous support and resistance, right? So let me actually draw a horizontal line. So let's say in here, right, so this is where the dominance for others, right, which are excluding top 10 obviously, topped out previously in 2018, and also we had a couple of confirmations in here. So again, another chart that is basically pointing out that we potentially could see some pullback. And again, I'm not saying that we will, but this is definitely possible. Guys, I actually got some bonus for you. I know that many of you are all in Kaspa. This is something that I have discovered today. My friend actually showed it to me. He's more into meme coins. This is mad. And why mad? Guys, when I'm going to go at their well, page, for instance, they are very similar to bread, and you know that bread is basically ripping like crazy, right? So let's have a look, right? I'm actually going to show you what you know, is the easiest way to do a bit of a research for meme coins, or actually, you know, increase the probability of, you know, some healthy profits with memes, right? Because memes are obviously very unpredictable. So first things first, right, Mr. Mario Nafo is following this meme coin. Check it out, this is a big account. And now guys, if you are going to scroll down, they are basically advertising outside of internet. Let me actually scroll it a little bit lower, guys. I've seen a huge advertisement which was basically on a wall somewhere outside of US, I believe. Guys, I cannot really find this, right? There's obviously a little bit of more research that you have to do, but this is definitely something that could rip like crazy, considering the fact that it's at 37 million USD. And another thing that I'm very bullish on is Maneki. So listen to that, guys. Of course, please don't get me wrong, I'm not telling you to buy these meme coins, I'm just letting you know what I think could rip like crazy. So listen to this.
Maneki is a new, fun meme coin that promotes Japanese culture and the community surrounding it. And with me is Esther Hunt, and the press speaker, to talk about Maneki. So tell me about this. When did you start this meme coin?
We started Maneki back in April 2024 with the idea of creating a fun, engaging, and cultural cryptocurrency. It is inspired by the Maneki Neko, or lucky cat. We mix this charm with the modern culture. We are building a global brand through animations, merchandise, sports, and more. Our mission is to spread positivity and share a bit of Japanese culture with the world.
Guys, I don't really want to bore you with these interviews, but why am I showing you this? Well, I think that as a meme coin creator, or whoever this lady is, but obviously she's from the team, right? It takes a lot to end up in New York Stock Exchange, right? And be interviewed over there, right? That's why I have degened into Maneki long time ago. I'm currently down on my Maneki position, but I don't really care because I'm pretty much confident that this thing can do wonders this cycle. So guys, to conclude, please remember about taking out your profits, and I'm not talking only about Kaspa. For those that are holding Kaspa only, well, I guess patience is going to be required in here, and if you can, please diversify your portfolio into projects that you believe in, right? So the top narratives during this cycle are obviously RWA and AI, not mentioning about some meme coins, which should be a couple of percent of your portfolio. Guys, I hope this really helps, and as always, peace and love crypto, and I'm going to see you in the next one.